So okay, as you may notice, I have updated the assignment a little bit because I give you 2 weeks to do that, and also you should have done the task 0 by yourself. And this week we will go through the task 2. No, the task 1 together, and then we will do some task 5 and do the task 6 together. So the task 1 is to use the data from D03, 303. Okay. So that your first step is to download the data from the census department. Okay, D303. So D303 should be this one. And then we download it and open it. You should get something like this. And I don't want to do the calculation here. So, because we need to do some data processing so that the data can be analyzed. So, we copy and paste those data to another new table. So we select the data from A5 up to J413, if I can remember. 416. I don't need the row total and the column total. So we just copy those data out. And then create a new one. And then paste it. From the second row. And you should have something like this. Zoom in. Okay. The first step is to D303.
Dot 303.
It's like from A5 to J416, right?
Yeah, 416. And then you should have something like this, right? And as I've told you, the DCCA are actually composed of the district and then the name of the DCCA, because the task 1 asks you to do the calculation for each district, right? So you need to break down this one into the district and then DCCA. We can use the method that I've introduced a few weeks ago, which is select all the data and then go to data type and then text to column, and it will fail.
Thank you.
Okay. The reason why it's failed because these three columns have been merged by the government. So your first step is to go back to the home tape and then unmerge those cells. After you do the unmerge, you can repeat the whole step again. Data and then text to column, it works again. In the step 2 of the wizard, you need to select the delimiter. In this case, the delimiter should be the hyphen because it divided the district and the DCCA. So we can just select other, and then we type in a hyphen. In the data preview, you should see that, okay, the data get broken down into 2 columns. And then next, and then finish, and then okay. Now the A column is the district, and the B column is the name of the DCCA. Okay. If you have time, you can remove the leading spaces in the DCCA and also the trailing spaces in the district, but it didn't matter for our analysis, so I will not teach you how to do it. And then there's also the C column is empty. There is nothing there, so you can just delete the C column. And then we can type in the column names. This one is the district. The B column is the DCCA. And then the C, the name for C to J, you can just copy that from the original table. Here. Any problem so far? You want to merge them in one column.
Right. Because it's like I forgot where it said fail to test to column.
You mean this one? I. Yes. Okay, you want to do
Male to female ratios of the 4, so display them in the graph. Không sao cao rồi. Mà one mile. 我覺得康康係一個最好嘅老師。用英文講啊，我記得。如果我真係想打嗰啲符號，應該打。
Okay, everybody get this, right?
Yes.
Get to this.
Only
Right.
get this.
The next step is to calculate the proportion of family with less than 6,000 monthly income. Okay. Let's create a new column called family 6K. Which is equal to, is actually equal to the number of family with less than 6,000 divided by the total number of family. So C2 divided by the sum of C2 up to I2. Okay, the equation is C2 divided by the sum of C2 up to I2. And then you get a 0.9 something. But really? And then you can do the calculation for the rest of them. You can just drag it, right? But I don't want to do this. We want to do it quicker. So J2 up to J413. J2 up to 413. All the data. And then Control D. Okay, because there are too many decimal places, which is difficult to read. This is optional. You don't need to do this, but you can try it. Right click and then select format cells. And you can, under the number, you can select how many decimal places you want. For example, 3. And by looking only at the number from the district of Central and Western, and you can see that the family 6K values, the highest family 6K values is actually located in the Sai Ying Pun DCCA. Okay, and most richest one is this one, right? Okay, the decimal thing is you highlight all the data, right? Meaning J2 up to J413, and then right click, and then select format cells, and then under the number category, you can select the number of decimal places. Let's say 4. Yeah, but we need to first calculate for each DCCA, and then do the average of each DCCA for each district.
For each district.
Okay. Up to this point, we have all the data. We want to do the rest of the task, even the task 5 and task 6. So task 1 is to calculate the average proportion of family for each district. So actually, you need to do the average of each district, like the average of the central and western district, and then there's Wan Chai district, and things like that. And you can do it one by one, but don't do it. Use the trick I teach you last week, which is the pivot table. And first, we select all the data, meaning including the columns, which is A1 up to J413. And then we will select all the data. And then under the data type, there is pivot table. Select create menu pivot table. And then OK. Now we get a pivot table builder. So in the district, drag the district to the row labels. And then drag the family 6K to the values. And then change it to average, because the default one is the sum, which is not making any sense. So change it to average. You will get something like this, right? And you can see that, okay, Sam Shui Po have the highest family 6K in average. Actually, I don't know.
Index K 好恐怖啊！你好有壓迫感。啲靚女，啲靚女就坐到。可以啊。
Which one is format cell? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. This one. F, okay. This one is number, right? I kind of know why, but I don't know how to fix it. If you can use our computer, because it depends on the locale setting, meaning the settings. For example, those space in the number cannot get converted into number. It's still recorded as a text. So you can remove those space between the numbers, but if you can use our computer, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't know how to fix it. So actually, I will upload that the calculation of this month. Okay. Okay, for those of you who get different answer, you can have a look here. For some of you, these values here, if you look at, for example, 1,000, if the values here is not 1,000, meaning one space 000, meaning your computer has some problem. You need to set your locale to at least Hong Kong or something. Or use our computer to do the analysis. unmerged, right? Unmerged should be in the home. And text to column should be in the data, under the data.
Can I use this?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
For those of you who cannot get the answer, meaning the values is different, I will upload this Excel table onto either the Moodle or the GitHub so that you can use this one to do the rest of the calculation. Okay? Because the next part is really difficult and we are like 1 hour of time. Shall we move on? Yes. Okay. Let's go.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
Okay, I have a question first. Do you have class after this one?
Yes.
Okay, some of yes. Okay, some of yes. You didn't break it down. I mean, now it is still central and this one. Okay, let's go with it. Now it becomes two different columns, and then you can do the pivot table. Yeah. You need to unmerge it and then break it down, text to column. Okay, after you get to this part, the question actually asks you to do two things. The first thing is to create a table. The second thing is to plot the data, plot the results. So what I did, I just copied the core of the pivot table. And then I just give it some names. And I want to sort the data by the family 6K, so sort it ascendingly. You can see that, okay, the Sham Shui Po is the poorest district in Hong Kong. And then select only the data without the column names. You can go to charts and then bar. You get a bar chart like this. Okay, I will show you the whole process again. From the pivot table, okay. A2 up to J413, and then data, pivot table, okay. calculate the average, copy the core of the pivot table, and then paste it into a new table, paste it, give it a name, and then sort it show me. And then charts bar.
Well paid. You pay for your payment. 你睇下後面好迷茫，你要幫幫嘅。Oh, okay. I didn't catch what you put in this
Oh yeah.
table.
Yeah.
So the row is like there's columns and but then it's just
You didn't make promoting title. You didn't make title for she wants.
oh you should make it. Oh you have to make it. You have to
No, you have to select from
the text.
A1 to you
Oh.
have to select first.
And then where is insert in pivot table? This one is insert. This one is pivot table. This one is next page.
應該係冇唔記得咗咩，即係跟住下就寫咗呢度，即係點樣發現，即係可能話我哋做嘅功課嘅次，係啊，要幾多？For each 啊？
This one is next. Yeah, you get
唔
something.
使嗰個咁樣就搞掂。
係啊，但
OK，
係
咁我開個
which district has the highest proportion of poor families？深水埗咯。係啊，深水埗。開個 word 一齊整。
總之咧，我點樣整呢個？真係好使呢個呢啲咁樣，我點樣可以整？
Sort it.
Take district to row table, and then it will be the title.
Data, where is data?
Take
No, but it's a count, so you have to select them and then change it to
I'll change it to average.
Our smallest to the biggest.
value.
And create a chart.
This, and then he said taking it to actual display.
It's okay, you just
It's
Yes,
the
that's
chart
the
here.
total.
Maybe it's
Only the value. Copy it.
Chart here.
no.
You get something wrong. This is
And then sort them. Do you know how to sort them? And sort them and then make your figure bar.
yeah. But you miss
中法。
the rest. I showed it to you. You don't know how to do that.
有幾多格？
由1到10。
Next is calculate the average family
就
呢度嘢，之後開咗個咩？未有撳。交手咯，冇咗啊？點撳啊？
Okay, because we only have 10 minutes left. Officially, we have 10 minutes left. And this part, we need a lot of time to explain.
You still have.
Okay, we want to do the task 5 and task 6 really quickly. You might not get it, but go home, think a little, revise Dr. Leung lecture slides, and you'll get that. Okay. This is a typical normal distribution. And the peak of the bell shape is the mean, right? And then if it is really distributed long, you know that 15%, 50% of the data will fall under the mean, and another 50 higher than the mean, right? And there is also a relationship between the standard deviation and the mean. If you remember, there is a rule called 6 sigma. The sigma is actually meaning standard deviation. And the mean plus or minus 3 sigma actually covering 6 sigma, right? It actually covers 99% of all the data. I'm pretty sure that Dr. Leung have tell you this. And now, you want to know suppose the mean height of Hong Kong is 150, and standard deviation is 20. Okay, and your own height is 170. I want to know how many of the people with the height higher or lower than me, which can be found out by using the property of the normal distribution by calculating the set score. And the set score can be calculated by C equal to x minus mean divided by the sigma. Okay, which is meaning that your own height is how many standard deviation away from the mean. Okay, and it is very abstract, but after I show you an example, you will know how to do it by yourself. So, go back to our data. As you can see from the set score calculation here, we need the bar x, meaning the mean, and sigma. So our first step is to calculate the bar x and the sigma. And the question actually asks you to calculate the set score and the theoretical probability higher than like University Changsha and Canteen. Okay. Our first step is to calculate the bar x and the sigma. Bar x is actually just the average, so average J2 up to J3, 413. just the average, okay? And sigma, just the standard deviation, STD, and then J2 up to J413. Now, suppose I want to calculate the Z-score for university. So, the X is equal to the family 6K of university. J6. The next step is to calculate the Z-score. Just plug in the number into this equation, meaning equal to the X minus the bar X divided by the sigma. You will get the Z-score, which is minus 1.32. Almost there. Our next step is to find out the area under the normal curve with the values lower than your Z-score. Okay. First, which is actually meaning the probability of X lower than university, the family 6K of university. So, probability of X lower than X. Okay, no. The family 6K lower than X. Okay, I show you the dumb way first. The dumb way is to go to Google and searching for a thing called Z table. And in the first hit, it should be a PDF like this. You can see that, okay, it tells you that the area under this curve lower than this Z-score.
J2 to J2. You just type J3 to J413.
Okay, because the Z-score is minus 1.32, so
The standard deviation.
this one is the first two digits, minus 1.2.
And then J2 to J413.
And then the third digit
41.
is 2.
And then X will be J.
So
J6.
here.
J6 university. We are taking university as well. J6. J6. It's just J6. J6. And then Z will be.
We know that this probability is 0.0934.
X minus M2. No, M2. And then you need bracket.
But the question actually asks you this one: family 6K higher than or equal to X.
And then he's calculating the standard score, and now he's just doing
So 1 minus.
calculated areas. And this is a dumb way, so you just listen, don't follow. So you just listen.
You can follow.
You can just listen.
A bit smart.
It's okay. We need the smart way.
Okay, the smart way.
We are running out of time.
Yeah, I know that. I'm very.
Then
So
like extend the deadline.
So there is a
the function is
Formula?
called normal dis.
No more this.
NORMDIST. And you just plug in the number. The first number is X. The second number is mean. The third number is sigma. And the fourth one is cumulative. You don't know what it is, just plug in one.
Wait, can you do that?
有四個mean standard deviation cumulative.
Standard deviation.
But you still need to 1 minus it.
Cumulative.
So
Cumulative.
you get the same answer. Okay, again, equal to the norm this. The first argument is X, second argument is the mean, the third argument is the sigma, the fourth argument is cumulative. And trust me, put in 1.
Why? Isn't
I
it
need
true or
2
false?
lectures to tell you why.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Don't ask me why. You can Google it by yourself if you like. Okay. And now you know how to do question number, the task 5. Okay, we will go to task 6. Really quick. And task 6 asks you to calculate the interquartile range. Interquartile range meaning the 25 percentile to the 75 percentile. Okay, so PCT is 25 and PCT 75. This one is easy. The function to use is the percentile. And the data range, just put in J2 up to J413. And the second argument is a K. And which is, for example, if you need to calculate the 25 percentile, then 0.25, you get this. And again, percentile, and J2 up to J413, and then 0.75. You get the percentile, right? And then the next one is a little bit tricky. You can convert this formula into this. You can get back the x by having the bar x, the z-score, and the sigma, right? But you need to find out the z-score for the 25 percentile first. Okay. So this one is the percentiles.
Sorry, they are like we're not following. Do that.
Can you follow the percentile part?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Or like, oh,
其
okay.
實我覺得佢嗰個 Fam 6嗰個即係 上面0.906嗰個咧，我哋應該要再講喎。
係啊，
嗰度有啲煩。
佢哋唔明。
Which one?
Like how do you like the
The
probability like
M7 yeah M7
This one.
yeah。
唔係，但呢個唔係單喎。
哇！呢個係其實係我
you're the expert now. She's replacing me.
Okay. Do I need to explain it again?
Yes, please.
Okay.
What's this?
Now we know that the university family 6K is this number, right? And we need to calculate the set score so that we know that the values for the university is how many standard deviation away from the mean, right? You can calculate it by the set score here. For example, in here we know that the values for university is minus 1.3 standard deviation away from the mean.
percentile 會
And we can convert that set score into probability using set score, using the C table. And you can go online, Google for the C table, and then just find out, like, for example, C is equal to minus 1.32, and then find out the probability here. And we know that it's 0.934, right? Okay, because the probability that this table gives you is the probability lower than certain value. But the question asks you the probability higher than certain values, right? It's meaning just the ligation of that probability. For example, if the probability of you get certain disease is 0.2, the probability of you not getting that particular disease is 1.0.2, right? So you just 1 minus that probability, you get the answer. Yeah, and this is actually the answer you need. You still have 4 minutes.
But you didn't tell them the clever way.
The clever way is to use a function called lambdas. The function is called lambdas, and just plug in the number from the argument, like the x, the mean, the standard deviation, and finally the cumulative. You just plug in 1. The x, the mean, the standard deviation, and then 1. You will get the same answer, more or less the same answer. Okay, the difference is only about the precision. Okay. I don't care about the precision. If you get the first digit right, I will give you the marks.
應該係冇 M1 M2 struggle with normal maths.
Let's open a class teaching module
This
1.
is S2. This is S2. It's not M2.
Now,
M1
S2.
we don't have time to discuss about S1 or 2. Yeah, we will go through it quickly. From the mean C and the sigma, we can calculate the theoretical values of percentile. Because we need to calculate the theoretical 25 percentile. So this time we do the reverse lookup, meaning we find out the probability of 0.25, which is somewhere here to here. Okay. From the probability, we get the set score, which is minus 0.67. And trust me, this value is 0.67. And then we can calculate back the x using this equation, which is actually meaning the mean plus the z-score times the sigma standard deviation. You get this.
Slow down a bit.
Okay. Again. Equal to the mean plus the z-score times the standard deviation. And you will get this. And then do the same calculation again, the mean plus the z-score times the sigma. If the values, meaning the percentile you calculated from the data and the theoretical values is similar,
She's your best assistant. Yeah, I got it.
if the values is similar, you can say that the distribution is normal.
This is actually x, and then this is actually mean, and then this is actually standard deviation, and then you just reverse it so that you can calculate this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it once again. This is the last time, okay? The percentile, if the percentile values you calculated from the data and the theoretical values is similar, you can say that the data follow normal distribution. Okay, remember that. I will say that the data, the values is similar in this case.
Because 25% and 75% just reverse. Yes, just this.
Okay, next time, please do a little bit of revision on the class lecture, on the lecture notes
Decimal place.
first. It is available on the Moodle.
It's just the same as just do it. Yeah, yeah.
So which one is the theoretical range and which one is the
Okay, the percentile, meaning the one that you calculated from the percentile function, is the actual.
actual? Okay.
And the one that you calculated from the z-score is the theoretical. And next week will be very interesting because we will conduct an experiment in class.
What?
So do I agree that it's similar?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We will do an experiment in class and we need to prove something. It will be action-packed, so be prepared. And if you have no question, you can go. And sorry for overrun.